Alright guys, Captain Goodnight here, welcome back to part 3 of my Super NES collection. Alright, let's see what should I do here. Rip through a couple here. NFL Quarterback Club. This was the first one for Super NES. Genesis also had this. Alright game. I ended up being able to win often and make my friends angry because I would score receiving kickoff touchdowns. And yeah, kind of funny. Adventures of Batman and Robin. Now, I was way into the animated series of this when I was younger. I think it still holds up all right. It's not bad. I liked Batman, but this game I was excited about because it looked all cartoony from the screenshots, and I got this used $20, and it was all right game. It's not as good as it could have been, but I enjoyed it. I've seen people knock on it, so each his own. I liked it all right. It's it's okay, kind of slow pace. I think it's a game definitely. If it has, you have to be into the Batman animated series to enjoy it because I guess if it wasn't Batman, the gameplay, if it stood alone just on gameplay and it was just random characters, probably wouldn't have been as good to me. But I enjoyed it. Thought that was all right. Warp Speed. I bought this brand new. It was $20, I think. Um, it looked like a space simulator, flight simulation fighter or whatever, space fighter. I don't know what you call those anymore. 3D space fighter. I don't know. But this game was messed up. I mean, it just the gameplay was not fun. It did a really poor job of letting you know what the point of the game was. It was basically you travel to these sectors. I'll do a quick play of this sometime. Warp Speed to show you, but it just didn't work very well. Like I think you had to beat every enemy to move on, and then you get this dumpy password, and the game just not good. I spent hours on it trying to hope that something cool would happen, but there wasn't. I don't even remember the story elements. So I'll have to check that out. But that was a bad one because I was way into flight sims. I liked space ones like X-wing and like Wing Commander, Privateer was probably my favorite. Here's a lousy one. Dennis the Menace. Got this because my cousin from Illinois, from Chicago, was coming over, and he was a young kid, and I didn't have any kid games really, and so my mom bought this. She's like, "Hey, let's get a game for when he comes." I got this. The kid never ended up even watching me play it. I played it way too much just because it was a new game to play. It wasn't very great. It wasn't terrible for a movie license game, but anyway, kind of funny. Not the greatest of the bunch that I have. Let's see, grab another random one. Dirt Tracks FX. So this used the FX chip that you'd be aware of in Star Fox, and so it was like polygonal 3D look kind of thing. Um, this game at the time was a lot of fun. I popped it in lately, and man, it is just rough looking. Frame rate is just terrible. If you can do a two-player split screen, I mean it's basically a motocross game. You go off the jumps. I don't think there's any tricks, but you don't need that. And if you had a two-player split, man, the frame rate would probably drop down to 10. I think it was bad. I mean, it's unplayable today to me. Single player, I think it was maybe at 15 frames or 20 frames. It didn't play very smooth. I think if you did single player, it was probably the smoothest gameplay you'd get out of the game. But it was fun at the time. It's worth looking at now if you can get your hands on it because it's just kind of funny to see now. All right, well, might as well just do the Star Fox. I bought this used $20, just because I wasn't that into this game. I played it at a kiosk at a department store somewhere, and then You know what? I don't even think I rented it. I think I just played it at the store a lot, and I played the final battle. I got to the end of the game. Never beat the end. I think I died, and then I did not feel like it takes a while to get there. But you know, it's basically a. I mean, it's a you get some movement, but you basically just linear path, kind of like a rail shooter almost. But you get to move your ship a little, and then you move your cursor. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's fun. You know, this is a good game. Nintendo 64 Star Fox is probably my favorite. That one was really good. Um, but yeah, got this game. It's a good one to have in your collection for sure. Here we go. Brutal Paws of Fury. I left the price ticker or sticker. I need to clean all these up, but I just, you know, I'm in between finding a larger space to store my stuff where I can get to it. Brutal Paws of Fury, fighting game with animals, as you can see. I paid 19.90, as you can see on that price ticker. There's the or sticker right here. Sorry, maybe I wasn't showing it. Um, yeah, this game wasn't that good. I didn't care for it a whole lot. I might do a quick play of this also, just to show it off. What it's like. This game's not very good. I don't know. I don't know anybody that liked it. I read reviews that praised it. There's a Sega CD version of it that had, I think, one extra character in it, but I didn't care because the gameplay of this just wasn't very rewarding to me. I couldn't figure out like, I don't know. I didn't like this game. I liked the idea of it, but I really didn't like it, and I didn't understand the reviews. I think reviews gave it a 7 out of 10 or even an 8 out of 10 somewhere. I saw the Sega CD version got a pretty decent score. There's various places, but I mean it's a fighting game and it doesn't play like Street Fighter. It plays like its own. If they're trying to do its own thing, it just I didn't think it worked, man. I just did not think it worked. Didn't care for it so much. This one, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, was awesome. I mean this to me, Super Street Fighter 2 was not my favorite. I didn't care for the four new characters. I like this. You got to play as the boss characters, and it had the turbo version, which the turbo version was different than Street Fighter 2 Championship. I mean, it had the extra moves and stuff. If you could play both versions, normal and turbo, which normal didn't have the extra moves. Like Dawson's teleport was in turbo. Uh, what are the main ones? Like Ryu and Ken's helicopter kick thing in the air. Couldn't do that in the normal version. You can't do that in the air. The cyclone kick. And oh, what else about Street Fighter? What about who else? Chun-Li's fireball, the normal. She never had that before turbo. I mean, I think it was Hyper on the arcade that started it, but and then this was kind of like a version of Hyper. I basically think that's what turbo is. This is another one that I got from a friend borrowing. I played the hell out of this game. I'm talking about like there's a couple others, Mortal Kombat 2, this one, and another that I played tons of for fighting, just learning combos and playing on expert and beating it without using continues, and beating it with every character. Learned Zangief. That was the last guy I learned well. Dalsum never did, I guess. I just never cared to. Guy with the stretchy arms. Not I didn't find it fun. But yeah, Street Fighter 4 is pretty awesome. I played that a bit here and there now, but this game was great, great game. Street Fighter 2 in the arcade when it first came out, that was the thing to watch. There was lines of people checking that game out, and this game was the second Street Fighter for the Super Nintendo to come out because the original played like crazy. But all right, well, that's part three. I'm gonna move on to part four. See if I can wrap this up soon. But all right, thanks for watching. Keep going with this, and I'll see me later.